Alrighty, folks, let's pop over here so that everybody can see us. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Adobe Live. My name is VooDoo Val, and I am joined this morning by my good friend Cody Bear. How are you, Cody?
I'm doing great, Val. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm super excited for today. It's great to be back doing Drawing a Blank. If everybody in the chat, because I see so many faces in the chat, I see Oliver, I see Jack, I see Keys. It's good to see you folks. Let us know in the chat if all of the sound levels are great. I know last week it was a little bit quiet, so give us a heads up. Tell us how it's going. Good to see you as well, Andrews. Hi, hi, Sean. So, if you guys have never been to a Drawing the Blank episode, this is the show where you folks kind of get to be the creative director in a sense. We have got a nifty prompt that you folks can participate in voting on. If you would like to join in the polls and give us your ideas, cast your vote, head over to the Adobe Live YouTube channel where all of those polls are going to be posted. Or if you would prefer to chill in the Behance chat, you can go to YouTube and pop out the chat, make yourself a little poll module, a little voting module while you hang out over on Behance. And we're gonna get those polls into the chat pretty soon. But first, we should probably pop over and let them know what our prompt is gonna be, shouldn't we?
Yes.
All right, sound is okay here. Excellent. Can you guys hear the music? We just had this whole conversation. Okay, audio's good. Excellent. I feel great. All right, so let's pop over here to our work scene. So today we are going to be making patterns, which is really fortuitous that we have the queen of patterns with us this morning. I'm very excited. And we've done patterns together a few times, you know. But for the most part, I think that you are the reigning pattern champion, and I am here to learn from you, Cody. We've got a pattern design with jelly donuts or cream sandwich cookies, which is kind of amazing. I need both of those in my life. Caramel-filled ice cream or chocolate-filled churro, or and cherry pie filling or chocolate-filled cupcakes. So we're going to be doing a lot of desserts today, and you folks get to choose either or. So our very first poll is going to be a choice between jelly donuts and cream sandwich cookies. The poll is live over on the YouTube chat now. So why don't you folks kind of let us know which one we are going to be working on. And Cody and I feel like we can start sketching because there's like, it's going to be dessert, so we can start. I was just going to start making little handheld cake shapes, you know?
I wanted to mention, so this prompt is actually called Fill Them In, which is a corporate Adobe prompt for the week. To be completely honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what it means, but we felt like Fill Them In might be an appropriate prompt for our stream,
Yes.
considering we are filling in blanks.
Yes.
And so I was the one that created the choices for today, so I chose things that had lots of filling. If you're wondering why everything is jelly filled, cream filled, or chocolate filled, I was not necessarily hungry, although now I am. But yeah, I worked really hard.
I think it's
to
perfect.
try to come up with desserts that were filled.
I think it's totally perfect, and honestly, I also, not only are they all, is everything a fill in the blank basically today, but I also think that it's going to be adorable. If this is going to be super cute. We have not only do we have the queen of patterns with us as we work through our patterns today, but we also have the reigning donut champion,
donut connoisseur.
Donut connoisseur, yes, in the chat. So I feel like this is honestly the most perfect prompt we could have for this show, and I think it's going to work out. So I'm going to do my little donut sketch. Here's a little donut, just in case donuts is the way we're going. All right. Let me take a peek. I think so for our poll, it looks like we have 4 items, which is understandable because I did not put a comma on our prompt. So we've got the first 2 things in the same prompt. But what we'll do is I'm gonna take we could take the top 2 that have the most votes
that works.
for that. So your choice is actually between jelly donuts, cream sandwich cookies, caramel-filled ice cream, and chocolate-filled churro, which are all delicious.
Wanted to let chat know that while creating this prompt, I texted Val and I said, quick, I need your favorite dessert. And she said chocolate-filled churro. Mm-hmm. So just putting it out there.
Yeah.
That is Val's favorite dessert.
I love it. I honestly, I like churros in any form, really.
Churros are fantastic.
They're too good, you know? They're way too good. And I think I'm gonna try to, let's go ahead and draw a churro. I feel like churros are, they're kind of an interesting shape, and like it's also surprisingly a very hard shape to like make look delicious.
Yeah.
It's not actually a very delicious shape.
It's just like a log.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was thinking if we ended up drawing churros, I was kind of gonna go like the Disneyland route and like draw it like in a little like paper. Like the little paper that you usually get like to hold it, like because then it would look a little bit more churro-like.
Churro-y.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea. I was like thinking that I was gonna put like some chocolate dripping off of it, and then also put, because I've had churros where like they're filled churros, but then they also have like toppings on it, like a donut, because they were like like they're dipped. So that could be an interesting way to do it. Maybe I'll do like a legitimate, like this is a dipped, like half of it is dipped instead of like stuff like drizzled on the top like a donut.
Right.
We'll see how we make our way through this. If donut was a sausage, churro. Okay, yeah, I agree. Clever.
That was the start of a very interesting sentence. Out of context, it's just like what?
That could have gone anywhere. I was like,
sorry.
Continue. Like, let me. Where are you going with this? The only thing with like having half of it dipped is like I kind of want to be able to put like the chocolate drizzling down, and maybe that's fine to do, but since we're doing a pattern, I think that, at least in my experience, a great way to ensure that a pattern looks like really cool is to like sometimes considering the directional elements of the pattern elements is a really good way to kind of set your pattern apart. And it's like, I think you can have, if you're gonna twist and turn an element around in the piece, in the pattern, and maybe it doesn't matter to you or to your audience if like the droplets are going like to the left, to the right, and all that, maybe that's fine. But for me, if I am buying something with a pattern, and the pattern has like weird omnidirectional items like that, I sometimes don't like it. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like a lot of people.
I think for me personally, when it comes to patterns, like if something looks like it's being pulled by gravity, like chocolate drizzle, like I wouldn't want it to be flipped the other way, because then I don't know, there's just, I guess it's just a personal preference. Like it just kind of like, maybe it's just the artist in me that's like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's incorrect.
Like, somebody who's not an artist probably wouldn't even think of something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We have got 16 votes. Wow. Okay,
Oh,
looks
wow.
like jelly donuts and chocolate-filled churros are winning. I'm going to give you guys a little
Sweet.
extra time for this, however, because we do have more items on our poll than usual. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about and where you can vote, head over to the YouTube chat where the polls are. We can get a link in the chat for you folks. And also, if you prefer to stay on Behance, because we do have some OG Behance stands in the chat with us today, just pop out the chat from YouTube. Build yourself your very own little voting module, you know. Gosh, that looks great, Cody.
Thank you.
That looks so good. I'm jealous. That's amazing. I like that you have both of them, like two, and they look crispy because of the little markings you've added. It looks like a
crispy
crunch.
markings.
Yeah.
Crispy markings are fantastic.
Yummy. It is Nami, as the cool kids say. Pretty sure they say that it's Nami.
Mm-hmm.
First and accidentally second poll. Yeah, Jack. Churro is health food, but for the soul, not so much for the heart. Yeah, yeah. Very true. But I think that it's important to have healthy foods for the heart, you know, or for the soul, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly donuts won, and Jack closed the poll. Okay, I fixed it. First poll is ready. I missed that. I'm just going with like the big boy poll that we've got. I went right over my head because I was drawing. Okay, I might also do some little sandwich cookies just to spice it up. And who knows, maybe we'll toss some of the other ones in as like filler items, because like I feel like a good pattern has some featured elements in it, right? And then it also has like some things that are like kind of floating around and maybe not necessarily like the main focal piece of your pattern, but they are there to fill the empty space and make
like
it
secondary.
fuller. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there could be the appearance of some other elements in the pattern for sure. I just pulled this cream-filled cookie out of nowhere. Where did you come from?
Ooh. Dude, your donut looks really good too.
Thanks. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. I'm actually pretty pumped about this. This is pretty great. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say that jelly donuts and chocolate-filled churros are the winners. I am gonna say that because I think that
Executive decision.
Executive decision. I think everybody's pretty much going that way. We've got 20 votes for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of votes, and we usually do not spend 14 minutes on the same poll.
Yeah.
Your art is beautiful from Adventures from Canada. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks for joining Cody and I here on this beautiful Friday morning. All right. And I think we could, 21 votes. People are still voting. I'm like, we're closing it. We're not.
I'm spending much too long on these churros, but man, I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, now I need a snack.
Yeah.
Great. All right, perfect. 21 votes. Thanks, guys. And let's also do the next one, which is you guys can choose between cherry pie filling and chocolate-filled cupcakes. I also reserve the right to maybe do unique versions of these. So we've got like the chocolatey churro, but I might also do the same one with slight variation and make it like vanilla, or like change the donut fill to chocolate, or whatever. Just kind of spice it up. Let's go ahead and do a little bite out of this donut.
Ooh, a bite. I like that. I love adding little bites out of things when I draw food.
It's low-key cute, right? It's like...
Yeah, it's cute, and it kind of like adds just like a little bit of an element of like a storytelling element. It's kind of just like, oh, this is yummy.
Very yummy. See?
Very
Nami, yummy. The cool kids say these things. You can't convince me otherwise. I know what the cool kids say. I think that adding a bite mark also like can tell your audience how adorable the characters in the story are. Because if they're like cute little bites, you know, then you're like, oh, this is adorable. But if it's like these big honking teeth, then it's like, what? Where? What kind of what kind of art is this?
Who is that?
Yeah, who did that? So little cute little nibbles and little noms on the side of the food is really cute, I think. Correct third poll. Okay. Thanks, Jack.
Jack is not only the donut connoisseur, but also the poll master.
Yes. Yes. A lot of votes coming in for cupcakes, and honestly, that tracks. That tracks. So I'm going to start sketching some of these things. Now, when it comes to cupcakes, have you ever done that little cupcake trick where you unwrap it, like rip the bottom off of it, and then put it on top so it's a sandwich?
Oh, like flip it upside down and then like the frosting. Yeah, I have done that.
It's actually pretty good, pretty tasty.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite like kind of cupcake to do that with is like the cupcakes that you get. You can get it at like an Albertsons or a Rayleigh's or, you know, like a Safeway or something. They always have like those red velvet ones that have the cream cheese like dollop on top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it doesn't look like your standard cupcake dollop. You know, it kind of looks like a little swirl, or like the machine just put like a dollop of daisy on it, but it's not that.
You're aging yourself, Val. They don't say that anymore.
They do say that. A dollop. Oh my gosh, I am dating myself. Oh man. That's like, I feel like we talk a lot about nostalgia stuff, so I could share there's a, gosh, I can't actually remember his name. There's a guy I like to follow on Instagram who does like nostalgia posts only, and he has this one that's been cracking me up lately, and he's like, it's 1998 and you wake up realizing you accidentally left the TV on, and it's those commercials that are like trying to get you to buy a CD, and it's like Enya. I'm like, oh no.
Am I old?
Yes.
Things. Yeah.
Am I old now? I think I'm old, because you know what? I'm not gonna lie, guys. Enya slaps. I love Enya. And I don't usually talk about Enya, but like, if Enya's on, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, man.
I love that. Feeling
very emotional, very powerful, you know? Okay, I am going to use my free transform to narrow the end of this, because I feel like the cupcake needs to be narrowed a little bit. Let's do, I'm gonna do distort. No, not distort. I'm gonna do skew. So when I free transform stuff, I don't always like to have the like, I don't know, like you could do a warp if you wanted to. I like to have full control. I like to have full control over it, and I don't always like to do like your standard transform. I like to use some of the other settings and experiment with like how much I can distort it without being beholden to the transformation constraints, because I feel like this is starting to help me create like a much more dynamic, adorable looking cupcake with like a little bow to it, and like it kind of tapers down and then flares out to the frosting and yada yada. If I just transform it and try to bring in the edges with the usual tool, sometimes I feel like it makes my elements look a little bit wooden, and
Mm.
I couldn't tell you if that's because it actually is wooden or because the mechanics of the transform tool are not very organic unless you're using the warp. And so I start to feel that way about what I'm
Yeah.
transforming. Marcy says, I like Enya and I'm easily twice your age. Good, good. Enya's great. All right, let's see. Let's take a peek. We've got 14 votes. Most are coming in for chocolate-filled cupcakes, so we are on the right track with our sketches. If anybody in the chat would like to vote and has not already, head over to the YouTube chat because we're going to be closing the poll pretty soon. And I would love for all of you to have the opportunity to participate if you want to.
Thanks for voting, guys.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of votes for us early in the morning. That always makes my day when everybody wants to hang out and join in the fun. Feeling the pull of only time. Yeah. Oh no. You know what else? I love. Like, I feel like everybody has a kind of a nostalgia song that like brings them back, and I feel like I have a nostalgia song that I like to listen to like when I'm working, for every genre, and like that vibe. My nostalgia song is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. I love that song. I love that song so much.
That's so funny.
I don't know if it's the key the song is in or the cadence of the voice or what, but like if that song comes on, I'm on another planet. I'm in a different space, living a different life as a different person. I only managed 2 pies. Listen, keep math out of this chat. I don't know how to do it. Gabriella, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. General Kenobi's here. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello. General Kenobi, Commander Cody, and Sith Lord Palpatine reporting on a Friday morning. Which was irrational. Keys coming in with all these substitutes for words, man. I do approve of which, you know. I'll let that one slide.
I wanted to ask Val. So you were talking about a minute ago. You were talking about red velvet with cream cheese frosting.
Yes.
Would you say that that is your favorite kind of cake, or do you have a different favorite kind of cake? And also, chat, what is your favorite kind of cake?
I love red velvet, but my favorite cake is a cake that people either love or cannot stand, and that is a carrot cake. Why did
I think you were gonna say carrot cake? That is so weird. I was like, she's not gonna say carrot cake.
Well, I thought probably because you've got carrots on the brain all the time. Because you have carrot power. I love carrot cake. I really do.
Carrot cake's great.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I think
it's
like
cinnamony. You know, it doesn't sound like it would be good, and if you've never had carrot cake, you're like, ooh, why would that? Ooh, that sounds gross. But it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's like, so I don't prefer it with walnuts in it, honestly, because sometimes they put walnuts in it. But a carrot cake is kind of like a cozy autumn coffee cake.
Yeah,
but real big. Coffee cake's excellent, you know. Yeah. So it's like cinnamon and nutmeg and it's like really thick cake, you know, and it's got like it has carrots in it, but the carrots are like teeny tiny, like if you can imagine coconut shavings, like that, but carrot. And carrots actually are quite sweet, and when you bake them, it's kind of like baking them into a carrot cake is like, you know, it's almost like yams.
Yeah,
you know, and yams are sweet when cooked properly. So, kind of like that. And then if you can get like a good cream cheese frosting, honestly, cream cheese frosting every time for me. I don't really like all the sugary, you know.
Yeah, like buttercream has always been too sweet for me. I always go for cream cheese. I
Yeah.
kind of like it balances it out a little bit more. Or for the most part, like if it has buttercream, I'll just like take like 99% of the frosting off.
Yeah. I legit I do that as well, where I'm just like, I don't think I can consume this.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna make me sick. And I think that's my thing that's happened to me since I've gotten older, is like I still definitely have a sweet tooth,
Hmm.
100%. However, it has to be in the exact way I need
Yes.
that sweetness to enter my life. Otherwise, I'm like, I might need to take a nap and like
Yeah.
go to the doctor. I might go.
Yeah.
I don't
Totally.
know. But I like a good buttercream, or something that feels homemade, you know,
Hmm.
like creamy. They'd be trying to sneak past me with all that sugary stuff at
Yeah.
the store, and I'm like, I'm not playing this game with you.
Yeah.
It needs to taste like my grandma made it, or I'm not touching it. I am lining up all of my elements because I'm gonna paint them, but I don't want to paint them sideways and like catty corner and like turned.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of like create a library.
Yeah.
Of assets, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. I think we can go ahead and close the poll for chocolate-filled cupcakes, because that seems to be the vibe. Thank you for 17 votes. That's pretty crazy. I'm sitting here eating salad for lunch. Salad's good. Salad is pretty tasty. I like a good salad. I like a salad that feels like it should have been a burrito.
Yeah.
You know?
If I ever eat salad, it always has more toppings than lettuce.
100%.
It's just like, you know, like it's like you said, it's basically just like a burrito bowl, but like it's a salad bowl. It's just like all the salad toppings.
Absolutely. Like this, like you take one bite and you're like, this should have been wrapped in a tortilla for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
This should not have been in any other form, but that. And honestly, I think that's what. I think that makes it great. Basically the Chipotle sandwich, or salads.
Yeah.
Chipotle salads is what I aspire to. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn this on a lower opacity, and I'm gonna do my very, very best to use my lasso tool to build out these shapes.
Fancy.
I know. I'm not playing. All right. I am going to do this in segments and like build. I'm going to pretend that my piece is like a Lego. And I'm going to stack things on top of each other.
Uh-huh.
So this first one, it's going to be like gray, and there's my donut shape, and then I know that I need the frosting to be on top of that. So we're going to come around with the frosting, because it needs to like kind of break the borders of the donut itself. I don't really like those teeth marks. I need different teeth marks. These teeth marks need to be cute.
Perfect teeth marks.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna break the border of the donut a little bit. Boom. And we're gonna put a little shape on that, and then I'm gonna come in with a dark color, and we're gonna do the jelly. Boom. And I'm gonna make that dark. And then I suppose I could also do this sort of thing. I'm gonna hide this. Let's go ahead and cut a little circle out there. Cut. And we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna do cut a little circle out. Boom. So then now I can just use clipping masks or kind of like lock my transparency, and I can just paint all inside and make it look cute.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna group that, and we're gonna call that group Donut. Boom.
Donut. Donut.
You said this. I felt like you were in my brain. Like the way, I hope that was a little bit of Cody ASMR for everybody in chat, because number one, really close to me for some reason, and number two, absolutely adorable. Donut.
I have a question for Jack, actually. Jack, I want to know, how old were you when you realized that you were passionate about donuts?
Yeah.
Has it been like your whole life thing? Like, did you like go to donut shops a lot as a kid or something, and like you just like fell in love with donuts, and like, cause I can understand that. I loved going to like hole in the wall, like family run donut shops when I was a kid.
Yes.
Like I love like looking at like all the shelves of the donuts and stuff. Like it's so mesmerizing, you know? It's so fun.
I used to go to a donut shop when I was a little kid. I lived very briefly in Culver City, in LA. Well, near LA. It's LA to me. It feels like LA to me. When I was in like, I'm talking like kindergarten. Like I was a little kid. And there was a donut shop. It was a Sanrio donut shop.
Really?
Yes. And my mom took me there sometimes, and when I tell you, I lost my mind going in there for the first time. Bro, she was like, I'm gonna take you to a place where all the donuts have faces. And I was like, that sounds awful, Mom. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, all the donuts have faces and they're really cute. And I was like, and then I'm supposed to eat them? That's what you want me to do? And then she brought me in there, and I was like, oh no, this is where it's at, Mom.
This is fantastic.
You're the homie. And I still, to this day, my favorite Sanrio character is not Hello Kitty. It is Bad Bats Maru. The little angry.
I'm not super familiar. Oh,
he looks like he looks like a little angry penguin.
Oh yes,
you know, with like the little.
I don't know the names, but I do recognize the characters. Yeah.
He's dope, and I think that maybe that's, you know, you didn't ask for my origin story, you asked for Jack's, but maybe that was the origin of Val's love for adorable yet enraged creatures.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Jack says, oh, very young. My dad would go get donuts every Sunday. It runs in the family. Nice.
That's amazing.
I don't know what it is about the Midwest, but there are also just a lot of donut shops here. I live within walking distance of one currently and used to work in an office above a donut shop. Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
I want a donut shop nearby. Right? Like, that's like that close. Actually, maybe that's dangerous. Maybe that's... I'll take it back.
That's true.
I take it back.
That's true.
That's like, a horrible idea.
That's way too easy.
Yeah. Honestly, if a donut shop popped up that close to my house, I'd be like, well, who's trying to trap me? Yeah. This seems suspicious. Okay. There's the cookie. And let's do the little dress it up. I like to, this is like the cupcake sheath, you know? The cupcake robe, the little outfit.
The robe.
The robe. He's cozy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna last long, but he's
cozy for now.
Yeah, he's cozy for now.
For now.
For now. I'll allow it. That didn't go exactly how I wanted it, but we're gonna fix it.
So I've kind of like, sort of intentionally, sort of unintentionally, like kind of organized my little elements here into like a little, kind of like fit them together in a puzzle. I was thinking of like, that's kind of usually how I go about making patterns, but I think I might just leave it the way it is and just start coloring it.
I love it.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's great.
delete this. There we go.
Do my dollop of Daisy. Daisy is sour cream, by the way, so it's like it's like not.
We don't want that.
No, it's not what we're looking for, truly. But I think it's funny. It's a funny haha, you know.
These are not the dollops you're looking for.
For the folks in. I'm not gonna be able to unhear that in his voice now, and I sort of hate it, but it's also funny to me. That's definitely going to be something I will start to harass my brother with. We like to, like, he'll call me sometimes and just leave a voicemail in a Star Wars voice saying outlandish things. That's going to be the next one.
Fantastic.
Okay, this is Cupcake. And the churros are not going to be too much work, I don't think. And we have almost 20 minutes left.
Okay.
So I think we're doing pretty darn good on time, which is kind of crazy. Like, I feel like we have got significant work done as far as like the amount of items we have prepared right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think sometimes we're scrambling. Sometimes it works out. You know that like when we've made like progress on our sketches, like that was a good sketch day. You know, it's like, oh, things went quick, they went good, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's kind of, you know, something we can talk about as far as, you know, other people in chat. Like, I would love to know if you guys have like a landmark in your process where, you know, if you can do that one thing, you know, that everything is going to go well. Like, do you have a moment like that where you're like, oh, here it is. You know, I've arrived at the spot that's like, you know, the successful moving forward in my piece. Like, you've trusted, like you've trusted the process, and once you get to X, Y, and Z, you know that it's going well. For me, it's like, if my sketch is thought out and I can start to visualize the future of the painting, you know, because sometimes you're doing a sketch and it's like, you're like, maybe this could be cool, but like you don't actually know how you're gonna get from point A to point B. But like, if I work a sketch enough that I can start to really visualize what it's going to look like completed, then I feel good. And I think those are the episodes of this show that go the best, is like when we're like, oh my gosh, our sketches are done early and we know what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go ahead and deselect that. All right, there's one churro. And I'll do the other one. I wasn't going to, but I will. Churro 1, all that in caps. I keep thinking once I get past this ugly stage, I will be okay. I'm still waiting. Hey, you know what, Clint? I think like I don't want to like false advertise and say that like I come to the point where like I've gotten past the ugly phase and now nothing is ugly to me anymore and I'm moving forward with flying colors. I just get to the point, I should rephrase, where I know that once I've brought other projects to this point, they have become successful. So my trusting the process becomes less anxious and more understanding, if that makes sense, because I don't know that I have lost the worry or the nervousness over the ugly phase either, you know?
Yeah. I think you just get used to the way that you work after a while, and you start to understand just your common struggles that you have, you know? But like you said, like, you know, you look at your past work and you say, oh, well, I was able to do it then, you know, I can still do it now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good to just stop and reevaluate too, because, you know, maybe you're working in a direction that isn't necessarily the best direction for that piece either, you know? So
Yeah.
just you know, take an inventory of how you're feeling and what it's looking like, and taking a break and stuff like that is good too.
I think that's what people are talking about when they say, like, it comes with experience.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, that doesn't necessarily mean, like, you are older or you are, you know, you're working as a professional now, and you know, like, I think it's an experience that you can gain at any part of your creative journey, as long as that's what you're listening to and paying attention to. I was a little lost at the beginning of my career, like wondering, like, how do I know it's finished? How do I know this is, you know, if this is something that I'm supposed to give up on? How do I, you know? But I think that, like, if you take stock and really, like, listen to your process as you go along, and kind of realize those things about yourself, you can start to know yourself as an artist a little bit better, and kind of gauge, like, maybe this is not as successful, maybe I won't continue with this one, or maybe I'll take a break from it, that sort of thing. Also, this is a purple cupcake thing. And I wanted to do.
It's a fantasy cupcake. Okay.
It is. It's. I really wanted to do red velvet, but it might stay like dark chocolate, because
I really wanted to. I just couldn't bring myself to.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't. I wonder what that looks like with. Honestly, it's not too horrible without the sketch on. I might end up leaving the sketch, by the way.
Oh.
Because sometimes I like the sketch to be on.
You know, honestly, I think I might paint under my sketch too, because I'm liking the way that my sketch looks, and I think, especially with the amount of time that we have right now,
yeah,
I think I'll make more progress if I just paint under my sketch. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Thanks, Val. That was a good idea.
You're welcome, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna do another. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed this. I think this is new. But you know how I always forget, like, the little hotkey for making a clipping mask and stuff. I swear I tried to do it and it didn't work, and then I noticed in the menu now, after the Photoshop updates, it has a little hotkey next to it that is Control-Alt-G for making a clipping mask.
Really?
And I've started to do that in my Photoshop now, and I find that for whatever reason, maybe it's because that's just the way my brain is wired when it comes to doing hotkeys, is like I have a much easier time doing things that are like Command Shift S or whatever, rather than the hold this and drag and it'll turn into, you know. So I found that, like, I actually remember how to do it now.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
Whatever
I don't know
works for your muscle memory, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go back to, like, the previous on that, or what, or if that's gonna be something that, like, throws you off since you use the clipping
it's still working for me.
Really?
Yep.
And it's not.
I can do it.
It's not Command or Control-Alt-G for you.
Let's see. Command or Control-Alt-G. No, you know what? I don't know if I've actually updated Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
That could be it.
That's
good to know, though, because that would have freaked me out if I hadn't known.
Where's my tool?
Yeah.
If you don't stay in the loop and Photoshop changes, and then you show up one day,
right?
You might be like, what?
Yeah.
And to, like, I think that a lot of the changes that Photoshop is bringing are pretty darn cool. And I also think that, like, whenever something is changed, like they put something in a new place, it's typically because it's better for it to be there. But sometimes, like, I'm so used to, like, the weird way it was before that I'm like, wait, no, go back to the bad.
Go back.
Go back to the bad one. I think I just drew a poison cupcake, and I'm not mad about
Fantastic.
it. This is the cupcake is threatening.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe for this. But on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking no one, I have made something that is black and purple, and Cody has made you want to devour what she's drawing. You know? What if I grabbed this brush with some white and gave it like a little shine?
Ah.
A little something,
A little
something.
snazz.
Yeah.
A little pizzazz and schnazz.
Yeah. Very distinguished cupcake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Nice
should
little
probably
bow tie.
check the time. You know, we should probably pay attention to how much time. We got about 10 minutes. Maybe a little under 10 minutes. Well, there's a cupcake. I feel like it needs some more work. You know, it needs some more love, but delicious
It's a cupcake.
nonetheless. Yeah. Let's do a spooky donut because
It's
that's what we do now.
It's a Halloween cupcake. You're doing a Halloween spread.
Thank you.
All.
Thank you.
There, you know?
Do you know how much I appreciate you feeding into my strange delusions that it's okay? I do all this stuff all the time. You are the greatest friend. You know what? This was supposed to be an Easter stream where we paint adorable bunnies and cute eggs, but I think you should continue to paint Jack Skellington, Val. I think you should continue to paint.
It works, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and I locked transparency on that one because I wanted to. Let's do, this is going to be, it's going to be a green donut. It might be a green donut. It's a matcha donut, really.
Ooh.
Or should it be purple with green
Actually
frosting?
really love matcha ice cream.
Yo.
I haven't had matcha ice cream in so long, but matcha ice cream is
fantastic.
fantastic.
I agree. Actually, we're gonna do orange. We're gonna do orange for the donut part itself. Matcha, I love. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this or if you knew it existed, but there are a lot of like really cool specialty like kinds of Kit Kat bars you can get, and some of them are some of them are like ultra rare that you can't get in places. And like if I go to like a specialty confectionery and they have like the cool kid, you know, Kit Kats, I always get them. And I think my favorite is the there's matcha Kit Kats, and they are
I've never had them before, but I've seen them.
Delicious with a capital D, bro. I can't handle them sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I've made myself sick on those.
Eating them? Yeah.
Yes, I have, I'll admit it. And I, like, my mom was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm eating, and she's like, you still have some of those? And I was like, Mom, I bought like 8 bags of these, and I keep them in my room. This is not for the public, okay? This is my stash, okay?
So funny.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be green. Yours do look like ultra delicious, dude. This is...
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Mine is questionable. At best.
These are, if we were invited to a potluck, this is like a dessert potluck. This is what we would bring.
Yes. And you know what? By the end of the night, mine would still be on the table. No one eats my food at the cookout.
No, you would be eating it.
Yeah, just me. I brought this for me. I knew y'all wouldn't be into it. You know, I just wanted to make sure.
It's why I made it like this. More
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I'm actually really loving the donut. I'm gonna say that the filling needs to be purple. We got about 4 minutes, which is crazy.
Oh.
That's wild. I can't believe, like, the time flies so much when we are hanging out together. One thing I do want to show, though, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is not a link in the description, but Cody and I have been working on a little scrapbook. And I actually worked on the scrapbook pages yesterday on the Express stream. And I'm going to pull up in the last few moments while you're working and doing all that stuff, Cody. I'll full screen you while I pull this up because I want to show some of the scrapbook pages. I started taking, like, even some of the sketches, because I have some pieces from this show that we've done that I have not finished, but I wanted to, like, work on this, like, make a sketch page and, like, do, like, a cool little portrait page. So I think my favorite one is this one. I'm gonna switch back over to me real quick. I made this little... Let me pull it up. I made this little version of our lemon guy. And I put him in like a wreath with like all these cute little flowers around him. Like, he's such a sweet boy. And I really like it. I had a really good time. I just realized that it's not showing perfectly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now you guys can see it like full screen.
So cute.
Yeah, so I started like taking the sketches and things that we've done for the shows for previous episodes and adding them to like a little digital scrapbook in Adobe Express. And I think that if you guys join in and draw with us sometimes, you should make a little scrapbook too, because that would be super fun to see all the things we've all done together. We do have to take off pretty soon. We have maybe a couple minutes left though, so I guess we can sketch around for just a little bit longer. But do you have any parting words or anything at all that you would like to leave everybody with today? I'm trying to think of, like, we need something cool to say. We need them to think we're cool, Cody.
Profound things.
Yeah.
I'm a professional, everyone.
Hello, I am a professional. Don't eat purple cupcakes with that's my... If you see a cupcake that looks like this just sitting around, approach with caution. Okay? That's
or don't approach at all.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's better. That's better. Don't approach at all. I am continuing to add some little shines to my donut in our last few moments. Your whole color palette and everything, Cody, is so good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I wanted it to be like very bakery.
It feels very bakery. Like, honestly, you could like flesh these out, and this could be something I could see a bakery like buying from you for their branding. Like, this is
like
cute as heck.
Assets or something.
Yeah. All right, that is all the time we've got for you today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us in this super delicious episode of Drawing a Blank. And please stay tuned because we have so much more coming up during the day after this. So we will see you next week. So until next time, folks, adios.
Bye, guys.